How you been, Mark?
Good, man. Things are life's good. How you doing?
Pretty well. I'm happy. I'm healthy. The sun is shining. It's a good day. It's a good week, good month, good year. Can't really complain.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, life is good. Can't complain. You know, life is going according to my vision. So, yeah, life is good.
Your vision, did you have a plan for it? Or?
Yeah,
No.
freedom.
Freedom?
Freedom. Yeah, freedom. I was going for freedom. I was going for freedom 35, but it looks like it might be freedom 40 at the most.
40 at the most.
That's my goal. Yeah, freedom 40.
What did you fumble the ball somewhere to not be 35, or did you?
Yeah, I realized like you can set time expectations on your goals, but it's good to do that. But if you don't meet them, then don't be worried. As long as you still have that goal, it's what's important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When did you set your goal for 35?
I don't know exactly when.
Actually, maybe let's roll back a little bit. First, how old are you?
37.
37. You just turned 37?
30. No, I turned 38 in a month. I'm holding on to the 37 though.
Oh, okay. So you're born in 87. You're younger than me then.
Yeah, you're the same age as my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean. Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I probably set my goal. I'd say 32. 32. Yeah.
It's a fast-tracked goal
30.
then.
Yeah, it is. It is because I thought I had everything I had going for me. I was like, yeah, you know what? Freedom 35, I could see it. I could see it. It could happen if things go right. But you know what? It's okay because I'm still on track with the exact same goals, and they just take a little longer, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make me sad or anything.
Well, life is what happens when you're making other plans.
Yeah, exactly.
What is freedom? I guess freedom 40 opposed to freedom 35. What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom is when I can do whatever I want with whoever I want, wherever I want, and just have the time freedom. You know what I mean? Be financially free, and I'm not tied down to a 9 to 5, and I live life on my own terms. That's my goal, and because life's too short not to do that.
When did you start thinking that way?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, my whole life. My whole life, man. A whole life, and I attribute to my dad always. He's the big thinker, you know what I mean? And he passed down the big thinking ideology to me, and I saw him just going for crazy big things and doing big things, and we've always had that big talk discussion, you know. So pretty much my whole life. But when I saw the actual timeline, I'm like, you know what? I think 35 might be achievable. So I knew it was coming. I knew it's always been my dream to be a millionaire and to just do whatever I want whenever I want. That's it. You know.
For your freedom goal, is that $1 million in the bank? Is that 2 million? Is that dividends? Is that passive income? What does that mean to you?
That's millions in the bank with passive income, and yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it, and it's happening, Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Because you recently quit, was it like 6 months ago, your 9 to 5 or 12 to 8 or whatever it was you were working?
Yeah. I quit that a year ago.
A year ago.
Yep, a year ago. But it's the thing, like most people, everyone has a 9 to 5 job. Most people have a 9 to 5 job, right? And most people are stuck in that 9 to 5 job for their entire lives, and they will remain stuck because they're comfortable. And this is good enough, and I can never do that. And I get it, man. Like, people are busy. People have, you try and fit a side hustle into a 9 to 5, especially, I don't have kids, but if you have kids like you do, shit, man. Like, good luck. You got to fit the gym in. You got to fit so much shit in to even try for lean into a side hustle. But it's the side hustle that's going to make you all the money. Eventually, you can turn that into a full-time job, which I did. Right. So and I wasn't even worried about what I was doing at the time. I was driving the city bus, bro. But I was like, okay, pays the bills. That's all I care about. Right. It's not a terrible job, but it's not the greatest. But listen, I didn't give a shit about that. It's what I was doing outside of that, you know, that really counted, you know.
How long did you drive the city bus for?
It was about 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
And when did we'll get into it later, but when did your big idea come about that you started working on it as your side hustle? Was that before you were driving the city bus, or did that come about?
Before. Oh, yeah. About 4 years before that. Okay. Ish. Yeah, 4 or 5 years
so
before that.
10 years ago now?
Yeah. Yeah. It all started with, just an idea on paper, right? Yeah. And then that just turned into a reality. But there's like a million steps in between those. You know what I mean?
Well, people always overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's probably no chance in hell you could have gotten that off the ground in a year. But if that was what your goal was, you know, just from conception to launch, you would have kind of been setting yourself up to be unhappy.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the Jim Rohn said it. You know Jim. I don't even know what Jim Rohn is, but he says if you work harder on yourself than you do at your job, if you work hard at your job, you can make a living. Mm-hmm. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about working hard on yourself, man. Yeah. And that goes for everything, like working out, meditating, eating well, sleeping well, like just the whole 9 yards, you know?
Yeah. Something that I truly believe deep down is how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're working your ass off on yourself, like you said, it's just going to bleed into everything else. And just by working on yourself, everything else will just get better.
Dude, you know what's been an absolute game changer in my life? Meditation.
Meditation?
Yeah. I thought the gym was the best thing you could do for yourself, and it still is. That's like it probably still is. Number two, I can't even decide which one's better. Probably meditation, to be honest.
Okay.
Meditation is the most important thing I've ever done in my life.
Wow.
100%. Yeah. Dude, I started out I was like, I'm going to do 100 days in a row, an hour a day, and I don't give a shit if I have to wake up 4 a.m., 3 a.m., I'm getting that hour in, and I did it. Yeah, and it's life-changing, man. It's life-changing.
How far into it were you before you started seeing some changes?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe I don't even know. I don't even know because maybe a year, maybe 6 months. 6 months to a year.
So you didn't see any noticeable improvement in the first 100 days then?
Well, yeah, but small changes. But it's understanding the work. Mm-hmm. It's the work is outside the meditation. It's not inside the meditation. It's outside the meditation, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you understand the universe, if you understand frequencies and vibrations, the universe only understands frequencies and vibrations. Okay. So in your meditation, okay, you have to have a vision of your future self. What does your ideal self look like? Right? And you have to have not just the vision, but the emotion as well. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Just like, have you heard of the placebo effect?
Placebo? Yeah.
For sure. Okay, you got a headache? Here you go. Take that. And now your headache's gone.
It's gone.
Okay, so who did the healing? Who did the healing?
If it's placebo, it was me.
You did. Yeah. But what was that? What was that? It was a clear intention, right? It was the belief that it was the belief in that one thing that healed you with the elevated emotion. It's two things, right? So you have to believe in yourself, whatever it is you see yourself as, married with the elevated emotion, with the clear intention, right? Or else it doesn't work. Okay. And those are the two things. That's very important, right? Like, and so with this meditation, like for example, there was a runner that got hooked up to a machine, right? All hooked up, all the stuff, and they're like, okay, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine running the race as if you were actually running it.
Can I do that right now?
You can do that right now.
Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. Okay, run me through this.
Boom. Okay. And imagine you're running the race from start to finish. Like, go, done. You're running the race. Now, the same neurons in the brain lit up as if he was actually running the race. So your brain couldn't tell the difference if that's real or not.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell the difference, right? Like,
yeah, your brain can't tell the difference between reality and something you're making up.
It can't.
Yeah.
It's so, but you have to have the clear intention married with the elevated emotion, right? So, and if you believe that the universe runs on frequencies and vibrations, right? Everything is vibrating at a certain frequency. This microphone here, it's solid, but it's actually vibrating at a certain frequency.
The atoms are moving in it.
Right?
Yeah.
So every emotion has a frequency, right? So when you send the thought out, you're sending out the vibration, And what attracts it to you is the feeling. Okay. So you have to live as if it's already done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the work. That's the work. So I want you to sit down in your meditation and just what's the best version of Caleb? What does that even look like? What does it feel like? Right? You have to ask yourself all and have a clear vision of what that looks like and feels like. Okay. Now when you open your eyes, guess what? It's not there. Then you're going back to my bank account, all the feelings that come with that, and I'm broke and this and that, and you have to be conscious of the story you're telling yourself, right? So, like it's very important because wanting, wishing, and hoping means what?
Jack shit.
Means you don't have it.
Okay.
You are telling the universe, I don't have it. I want this. Oh, I wish for this. Oh, this if this happened, man, it'd be so much cooler. Like, well, whatever. Like, that means you don't have it. You're telling the universe, I don't have it, right? So you have to become it. And then you're not separate from it. Yeah. And then you will attract it, right? So I forget how it goes. There's like do you know who Jim Fortin is? He's like a subconscious, he's a transformational subconscious coach, basically.
Okay.
And he has the be, do, have, right? Most people, I think how it goes, it's the do, have, be concept, right? So like once I do this, then I'll have this, then I'll be this. So once I do this job, I'll have enough money, then I'll be happy, right? But most people operate from that kind of realm. You have to look at it backwards, right? It's the be, you have to be it. Okay, you want love in your life? Be love. You know what I mean? And then you'll do all the things that are associated with being a loving person, and you'll have love in your life. You want to be rich? You want to be abundant? Be abundant, right? If you be abundant, you're not separate from it. How could you be separate from something that you're being?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you want to be
100%.
happy? Be happy, right? And then you're going to do things that are happy, and you're going to have all the things. So that's the realm I've been operating from, man. And it's taken a while to understand that. Yeah. And you have to be very aware of how you're operating throughout the day, right? And dude, like I've had some crazy shit happen in my life based on the meditations, man. Like if you're operating from a whole new thinking and being, and just you attract it to you. It's weird how it works, and you can't set a time frame on it. You can't, right? Because if you like Freedom 35, yeah, it's nice, but like, okay, it didn't work out, but it's fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's up to the universe at that point when it's going to happen. If you do the right things long enough, the right things, you will win. Yeah, doesn't matter. You're going to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're saying this, and I understand 100% what you're saying. Yeah. And I've read lots of autobiographies of business moguls and those sort of things. And one of the things that I picked up from what they've done is they're at a certain place, and so they're at a CEO of a company of 25 people. They want to be a CEO of a company of 1 million people, 10,000 people, whatever the fucking number is, doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
And they looked and they said, what would this CEO be doing? How are they living their life? What are they doing that makes them better? I'm not that person. So I feel like some of these thought leaders have stumbled onto projecting or like knowing the emotion and the intent for where they want to be, and then making themselves now. So they are. So you said it was the other people are do, have, be. They were doing the be, do, have without being on the level that you were at with the meditation. So they're like almost subconsciously kind of doing it throughout their day. Because I know for myself, say for podcasting, I'm not at the level where I want to be. I'm not at the Joe Rogan level. I'm not at the Chris Williamson level. Yeah. But I know to get to that level, I know the things, like for that version of myself, I'm doing the things that he would be doing. He's eating right. I was up at 5 this morning because I know my day's better if I hit the gym first. So I hit the gym and then I hung out with my son and I'm reading books about communication and broadcasting and radio and podcasting. And those are all the things that future me will be doing. Yeah. So I am envisioning myself as that person already. Yeah. Because you said, close your eyes, and I did it. And think of the best version of myself. And I couldn't. So I kind of thought, is that where you're talking a little bit about the work outside of the meditation. Like, I was just sitting there and it was 30 seconds, but I couldn't, I couldn't kind of conceptualize or picture what my best self would be. So I think I would have to spend a week on that to really think like, who might be that best person?
Yeah.
Because I was blank. I saw it. I'm like, I saw a bearded dude, and that was it. He's got a great beard. That mustache is full.
Yeah.
But that was it. I couldn't get further than that.
Yeah, you got to write it down. You got to write it down, because that's not an easy thing to do in life, right? Because that just takes time. You can't be like, oh yeah, this is what I want to be in the business. Maybe some people have that figured out. But for me, I had to like write that shit down, write all of it down, and then that's it, you know? And then figure out what emotions are associated with those things, right?
Yeah.
And then, it's all about subconscious programming, man, because you're on a program right now. Everyone who was born from zero, so from 0 to 7, you're like you're like a computer, right? That's all you are. You're just a blank computer.
Yeah.
Now you are downloading programs from 0 to 7, right? There's a famous quote that says, give me a boy until he's 7 and I'll show you the man. Right? So because from 0 to 7, you are not analyzing anything. You're just, whatever you see, boom, gets stored, boom, gets stored. Right? And after 7, you're like, okay, now I have these programs installed onto my computer. Now I'm going to start using these programs. Right? And that's the way you operate. So people who are 18, 19, are like, why am I like this? You know what I mean? Well, it's because you downloaded programs. You're on a program, right? Now, how do you uninstall those programs and reinstall new ones? And the best way to do that is meditation, right? Because the best time to meditate is either in the evening when your brainwaves slow down, or in the morning when you wake up. When you first wake up, you're in theta. In theta, brainwaves are really slow, right? And when your brainwaves are really slow, you can access the subconscious program. You are in the subconscious program when you wake up. So as soon as I get up, I go to my room and I'll sit down, put on my meditation, and that's the best time to rewire. You have no distractions, nothing, and you're just seeing yourself, feeling how it would feel, right? And then you do that enough times, change is gonna happen. Your body's finally gonna believe that it's living in that state.
Yeah.
Right? But it takes repetition. A lot of people are like, meditation doesn't work for me. Nah, I've tried that meditation thing, doesn't work. Well, yeah, because you didn't try it long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like you tried it for a day or a week, doesn't work. It takes a lot longer to reprogram your being in it. And then, like I said, man, it's that half an hour, 1 hour meditation versus the other 16 waking hours. Good luck if you're defaulting back to the subconscious program, because guess what? It's gonna happen. Everybody defaults back to the program, and when you notice it, that's a win. That's a win. You're like, oh, I'm back in the program, and now you can go back to thinking, oh no, I wanted to think this way, I wanted to feel this way, because you will default back to the program, man. The subconscious and all your habits, man, is a powerful thing. It's hard to break the habits, right? Especially when they're deeply rooted. It's hard to break that shit.
Decades worth.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So that's why it does take a while when you ask me, like, how long do you see a change? Well, and when I did that 100 days, I was not, throughout my waking day, I was back in the program again. Because I didn't do enough studying on all that stuff, right? Like I was reading books and stuff, but like you just can't meditate. You have to know the reason why you're meditating. You know what I mean? If you know exactly why you're doing something, then the outcome is a lot more. It's a lot easier. It's way more results. Right?
Sounds like a super in-depth explanation on so many more levels of manifestation.
Yeah.
Right?
Big time,
you
dude.
Think about it.
Big time.
Yeah.
And you can use this, man, for anything in your life. Anything, bro. Like, dude. I mean, if your health, wealth, you want to attract more money, anything, dude. Crazy story when we were raising money for the vacation rental business, right? Like, in my meditation, I was envisioning, over and over and over again. We were in a boardroom. Okay, there's 2 dudes sitting there, And at the end of the meeting, we just got up, shook hands. Thank you, like we got the deal. And guess what? The exact thing. I didn't realize that at the time. The exact same thing happened, man. We were in a boardroom. We got up, shook two dudes' hands, and they invested. Wild. Like, but I envisioned on that so much, and I act like it I acted like it was already done.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. And I already said thank you for it. I already had gratitude for it, right? Because when you have gratitude for anything, it means you already received it. What happens when something good happens to you? You are in a state of gratitude, thankfulness, right? So if you live your life with gratitude, it means you already have it. It means you already and you open up yourself to receive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's when you figure this shit out and you figure out the frequency and vibrations and like feelings, how to attract stuff to you. It's like the law of attraction, but it's that documentary is great, but it's so surface level, right? But it's a great little start. But yeah, it's wild, man. So
I've got a saying in my life: everything always works out for me.
yeah, nice.
Even when, so for everyone that doesn't know, Mark and I lived together, I don't know, like 15 plus years
Region
ago.
Crescent, baby.
And even since back then, maybe I don't have money for rent and rent's coming up.
Yeah.
I always saw myself as having it. I knew that I was going to have it. It didn't matter. And it's everything in my life, whether it's business, it's in the gym, it's I got shit to do with my kids and I don't have time. I'm like, it's going to work out for me. Everything's going to work out for me.
Hell yeah.
And then when it comes to that moment, it works out. And friends say that I'm the luckiest guy ever. And I'm like, no, man, everything works out. And they've said it for, I don't know, 30 plus years now.
Yeah.
And now my friends are kind of coming around and they're like, everything works out for you. Like, how do you do it? I'm like, I just believe it.
Boom.
Yeah, I just know that that's what's going to happen. And,
Yeah.
And it's always been that way.
Yeah.
And then now, Janelle, my partner, she's like, everything works out for me. She started saying it too.
Yeah.
And now everything's starting to work out for her.
There you go, man. Because why? Because you're on that frequency of like, you believe, if you believe it's going to work out for you and you have that positive emotion associated with it, boom. Yeah. Like you were doing, even though it's like, you don't know about like that kind of thing, but like maybe you do, but yeah, that's absolutely, man. Like if you believe something, then that's true for you because the world's a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you are the creator of your life.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're not the victim like, oh, poor me. Like, no. This is what's going to happen. This is the way I see it. And it's going to happen because I believe it's going to happen. Dude, like back to our poker days, I believed so hard that I was going to win a big poker tournament for years, man. Like I just believed it. I watched final tables. I sat there and I'm like, one day I'm going to be on the final table. And I just watched. I used to watch the freaking Poker Stars Sunday Million final table all the time. Yeah. Like, wow, that'd be so cool. I see them making deals and shit. I'm like, damn, that'd be so sick to lock up a bunch of money. Like, and I just believed it and I believed it and I was playing good and running good and all this, all the magic, right? And then what happened, man?
Sunday Storm,
baby. Yeah. 52,000 people entered and I came first.
Yeah.
Boom.
I remember that.
You know? I mean,
down in the
it was
basement.
an $11 buy-in, but still I took it down. And I mean, for like 31,000 US.
Huge.
And that was a dude. Yeah. Like, but like to come first out of 52,000 people is
insane.
Is like, it's almost like the universe is pulling the strings there because I spent so much time just dreaming about it and just obsessing over it and watching it and playing like freaking every day, every weekend, always play. And then like it happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? I won smaller terms before that too, but like this was like the big one, you know what I'm saying? Like
I think too with that, going back to everything always works out for me, the way I've looked at it, besides people just saying I'm lucky, is that when I'm in those situations, because I put in the work prior. So like you said, you studied, you'd watch final tables, you saw how guys would play differently, you put the time in, you played thousands of tournaments.
Yeah.
You put the work in so that when you're in that position, you're more open for the universe to hand you, to align you with where you know you're at.
Yeah.
But if you hadn't put that work in, the universe could have been like, hey, you're not ready yet. You're not that person yet.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. You're not that person yet. Yeah. Not exactly.
One day you'll be there. Because I mean, before that you had, big tournaments and final table and it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. Or you're on the bubble and you're like, oh, I got aces. I got to shove here, even though there's 10 other guys that are smaller stacks that I'm setting myself up for the win, and your aces get cracked.
Yeah, that's the way she goes.
It wasn't time yet.
Yeah, that's the way she goes, man. And then like I wanted to play poker for a living so badly.
Still,
Like,
I still do, man.
Yeah, I know. And the craziest thing happened when I was living down in Vancouver. Like, I was at a float tank center and I met the coolest guy ever, and he's to this day still my like one of my best buddies. And like, just, hey man, what's going on? My name is Mark, and then we go whatever. He's like, oh man, he's like, you're awesome. He's like, you should come over for dinner one night. I'm like, yeah, I would love that. So I went over dinner for his house and met his roommate, and then we were chatting with his roommate and stuff. And I was like, dude, I was like, yeah, love to play poker for a living. It's always been my dream, and like took down the storm, and like, yeah, I've always wanted to play. I'm super passionate about the game. Little did I know, that guy was a professional poker player, has won millions of dollars playing poker, and he's like, dude, I've been looking for a person like you. He's like, I want to write you a 1-year contract. I'll stake you all the buy-ins, and boom, I played poker for a year under his money. Yeah, it was awesome. And I got his name tattooed on my skin, but we went traveling together to Sri Lanka after, and it was sick, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get too many big scores. I only took down like 2 tournaments under his belt, but I mean, like, yeah, and when you start playing higher stakes, bro, it's like the edge is like it's
what was the highest stakes you played during that time?
Just a couple $100 buy-ins, you know. I mean, I wasn't playing like crazy. I was all tournaments,
Yeah.
but
that's online. Online is a couple $100 buy-in online is like a $50,000 buy-in live.
yeah. And then when you get like, a field of like 500, you're up against the 500 best players, man. It's fucking tough, bro. It's tough. But going back to like how everything just works out. Like that. What are the odds? Like I go to a float tank, meet this dude, invites me over for dinner, meet his roommate, he plays for a living, and then he writes me a 1-year contract. What the hell, man? Dude, like insane, right?
My dad always had a saying, it's, what were the odds that was to happen? And he's like, today, very good. When it happens, you know what I mean? So it's like, even though how small the odds are when it happens, the odds that day were 100%.
Yeah. It's nuts, man. That's how it works out. If you just go all in on something, do the right thing long enough, believe in it with all your vision and everything, like it's gonna work out. It's like there's no other way. It's the rules, man. Unless you're doing the wrong thing, you got to make sure you're doing the right things and go all in, and it has to work out. And keep going till it does. So if it fails, you're gonna fail. Of course, you're gonna have your ups and downs. But if you have the long-term thinking, right, and you don't get upset with the setbacks, and just know the setbacks are learning curves, and to stay positive. And that's the thing. You gotta stay positive about this whole thing. It's gonna work out. Just stay positive, and just know I see the end goal. And if you start your journey knowing that you're gonna have setback, which you will, everybody does. No one's perfect at this life. No one's an expert in everything. You know what I mean? So it's just it's a beautiful little journey.
There was I forget what company he was, but he was the CEO and the founder, and they lost money, I think, for the first 20 or 25 years. And then he was doing a TED talk, and this was like 10 years or so after they started making money, and it was like hugely profitable, like hundreds of millions of dollars. And one of the questions that they asked him was, what changed to go from unprofitable to profitable? And he's like, I ran out of things to fuck up on. So you don't learn from your successes, right?
Yeah.
So he fucked up on this, failure. He did all those to learn what didn't work.
Yeah.
And after doing all that, he now knows what works. And then it was like flipping that switch, man. It changed.
To not make money for 20 to 25 years and keep going, that's insane.
Well, I think he made money, but like the company, and this would have been between like the 80s and the 90s, I think, during, there's the .com in there, and there's technology is changing every year so rapidly, but it was investors lost money. I mean, I don't even know if Uber's profitable yet.
No?
Yeah, I think it lost money forever.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You'd think they would be super profitable. I mean, their overhead's probably nothing because they don't own the cars, right? So it's like, weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they weren't profitable, but I think it was they started off as Uber Taxi, and they eventually dropped the taxi name. And there's all the licensing and stuff, and every different state it's different for who's allowed to drive and taxi license. I mean, we don't even have Uber in Kamloops yet.
I know. We've U-Ride.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I remember when I lost my license like 2 years ago for 3 months. I got a distracted driving ticket, 2 of them. For the record, first time I admitted fault. I was on my phone.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I was on my phone.
Did you have the phone up to your ear?
No, I had it like down here, and I was Googling a phone number to call because I wanted to get tinted windows in my vehicle so that cops couldn't see me. And then I look over and there's a motorcycle cop and he's like, pull over, pull the Tim Hortons parking lot. Accepted that, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
3 months later, I'm super good at my phone. I have in my truck, I have it in my center console, covered up by stuff. I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
And I have open ear headphones, so they're bone conduction.
Oh yeah.
I had those on to make phone calls while I'm driving. And there's this huge lineup of cars. It was during construction on the bridge. And I look ahead and there's a cop's got his lights on. I'm like, okay, whatever. We're driving. And then he goes to pull through, so everyone makes a space, pulls behind me, pulls me over from like 200 feet away, looking this way. And he's like, you're on your phone. I was like, I wasn't on my phone, man. It's in the center console. He's like, I saw you look at your watch. I'm like, I checked the time. And he's like, I saw you reach down. I'm always drinking energy drinks. I reached down. I picked up my Red Bull. It was empty. I put it down. I'm like, dude, I'll show you where my phone is. I'm not on my phone. And he's pretty flustered. And he looks at me and I've got the open ear headphones on. He's like, distracted driving. He's like, you got 2 headphones on. You can have 1. And I'm like, dude, they don't even go in my ears.
Yeah.
So I get a ticket for that. Like the, law abiding citizen that I am, I go, I pay my tickets.
Yeah.
We went to St. Lucia.
Yeah.
Through the jungle. It was awesome. I get back. I got a letter. I've got 3 days to respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, you have this many tickets. We're going to take your license away for 5 months. I try to dispute it.
Yeah.
I then find out that when you pay a ticket, it's an admission of guilt. So as soon as you pay, you're saying, yes, this is what I did.
Yeah.
Like, bullshit.
So you could have fought it if you wanted to.
Could have fought it.
Yeah.
If I would have even fought one of them, I would have had only one on my file and I wouldn't have lost it. But
Yeah. How much was the distracted driving ticket?
Oh, geez. I think it was
Expensive, right?
$500 each. Plus I had to pay, then I had 6 points on my license, pay those off. And then it was just my birthday and I had to renew my license and it's $500 or $498 a year for 3 years to pay that off. So all said and done, it's like $5,000. Plus I didn't have my license for 3 months.
Yeah. Wow.
But going back to it, didn't have vehicles when I needed a ride.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't gotten distracted driving. Like I always have my phone down like you, like down by your lap, and I'm always switching songs and shit, right? Like I don't really text when I drive. Like I suck at texting, and
you need Apple CarPlay, dude.
But well, I know. Yeah, I do. I do need Apple CarPlay. I don't have it in my vehicle. So.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even have a stereo. It was broken. So then after that, when I got my license back, I went and spent, I think it was $1,200 and had one installed that when I plugged my phone in and then Apple CarPlay was on there. Cause I would change songs and that kind of shit. And now I'm like, I won't say it now because my phone will pick it up and start to play music. But you say, hey Siri, and then it pops up and it'll change songs and it texts for you and stuff. So it's pretty slick.
Have you ever got a ticket in a third world country? Like Mexico or Thailand or any of that shit?
Never driven in any of them.
Oh, no? Oh.
Yeah. You got one?
I've gotten a few. Yeah, I was speeding with no seatbelt on in Mexico. Got pulled over by a cop in a quad, but $10 on my way.
That was it?
Yeah, and then I ran a red light. It was a one-way street. The red light was like at the top by a tree. I didn't see it. Ran it, and he pulled me over. And I was like, I know the deal. Boom. Whipped up some money. He's like, oh, no, can't take that. And I'm like, I guess there's a lot of people around. He wouldn't accept my bribe. And I was like, all right, I guess. So he wrote me the ticket and I had to go pay it. So my sister took me to the little place where you pay it. Dude, $12.
Really?
$12. I'm like, unreal.
Is that a lot of money down there though, you think? No.
$12? Nah, dude. Like maybe to a cop, if you give him, $10, $15, like he's pretty stoked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 2 months ago, I was in Thailand and I got, well, it was just a tourist trap. They pull all the tourists over. It was in Chiang Mai. And I basically had to go to the office and I wasn't even doing anything. They're like, I didn't have my license on me. I left it at the Airbnb or whatever. And he's like, oh, where's your license? I don't have it. He's like, hey, well, to the cop shop. I had to follow him. It was like $20. And then
just a waste of your time.
Just a waste of my time. But they only target tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had a ticket, but when I was in Thailand, I was 20 years old, young and stupid. It's our first night there, and we're in Bangkok, and we're at this bar, and there's this great band playing. There's all these tables, and everyone wanted to dance, and I'm all fucked up. So I move all these chairs out of the way, and then there's this one, I don't know, 4 foot, 6 foot, like round table, and I pick it up and I throw it, and it bounces on the chairs and it smashes the window, and we're on like a second or third story, and it falls into the street, and then instantly out of nowhere, all these military guys show up with fucking like, I don't know what rifles they use, but assault rifles. and they start rounding up like me and my buddies. I run, and the way it is in my head, I'm sure it wasn't this way, but I ran and there was this booth with a table on it, and I jumped and like cleared the table, spun in the air, and then sat between this couple, and I had a red shirt on. I took my shirt off and threw it under. I'm like, they're after me, you gotta hide me. They're like, okay. So we sat there. They rounded my buddies up, had them in the back room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I got to get out of here. So I'm going out, and there's the door open. I see them all, and they have their rifles. And there's three of my buddies there, two guys that we had just met randomly. There was Tyler, was an American dude, fucking beauty. And then there was James, this British guy that he was traveling with.
Yeah.
And then I made a commotion. I was like, hey, hey, hey. And then they all ran out after me. So I ran down the steps into the streets of Bangkok at, I don't know, 2 a.m. And there's thousands of people there. So I get away. My buddies all run out, and then me and Brad and we were traveling together. We meet up, and then the next day we were going to meet up with Tyler and James to go south. I think we went south to PP.
Yeah.
Tyler shows up, but James isn't there. And I'm like, Tyler, where's James? He's like, they got him. So they caught James, and they fucking beat the shit out of him,
Really?
butted him with the rifle and stuff.
Holy man.
And then they made him go to his ATM, take out as much money that he could. And then Tyler's like, yeah, James said he's fucking going north. He's not going to party with any more crazy Canadian dudes. He's done.
Oh man, that shit scares us. Like, that scares the shit out of me. Like in third world countries, where like, for example, like India, if you go to jail, it may take a year just to process you, even if you're guilty. Like, that scares me,
or
man.
Not guilty.
Or not. Or yeah. If you're not guilty, it could even like it's a year to process you, and that's why I try not to fuck around those countries, Thailand or whatever. I just like, you know.
You spent a lot of time in India?
Yeah. Well, I got our company there.
Yeah, let's get into that. What's your company? What do you got going on these days?
Oh, I can't say the name of it right now because we're still like haven't launched yet.
Block that out.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
What can you tell me?
Well, it's a vacation rental business. Okay. So it's like a Airbnb, right? So basically, we're developing the next Airbnb, where property owners can list and travelers can book, and that's our booking platform. And then integrated into that is our social media platform, where travelers can find out what to do, where to go, all that kind of stuff, right? Through our pro travelers, and then attached to that is our e-commerce platform, where any business kind of travel related can sell, tours, discounts on their restaurants, anything, travel, whatever it is. So it's all like an all 3-in-1 platform. So like when you're on the social media platform, like anything you're clicking on will give you recommended properties to stay based on what you've been clicking on, right? So and you can search by like experience. If you love scuba diving, search by scuba diving, whatever best scuba diving places. And yeah, so it's a pretty big project, man. Like it's like I said, it's a long time in the making, and it's coming to fruition. So, and the reason why we're building it in India, it's like 1/10 the cost to do it over there, right? Like it would cost you freaking millions and millions to do what we're doing in India, right? So this way, it's kind of a little less riskier budget wise, and and dude, Hyderabad, India. I tell you what, like it's the tech city of India, and I didn't realize this, but like the CEO of Microsoft, Amazon, you'll see, boom, Google, like big, huge building, JP Morgan, like any AMD, freaking Warner Bros, like you name it, they're over there. Why? Because it's cheap and they're just as smart as us, man. They're not like they're dumb or anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're very smart, and they have a pool of 13 million people to choose from. And there's a ton of people that travel to go into Hyderabad to get jobs and stuff. So yeah, it's a wild place, man.
So it's like their Silicon Valley.
Basically, yeah. And I didn't know that when I got over there, but like it's pretty cool to see, right? Yeah.
I think it's a great idea, especially the piece about knowing what to do. So when we went to Bali in April, and I was scouring the internet, so I made this huge spreadsheet in a program called Milanote, and I was like, okay, in Ubud, there's these things to do, in the south, there's these, in the north, there's these, and how to get there and how to travel from each to each. But there was no platform. Like I basically just went on Instagram and just found where people had looked at cool waterfalls and stuff. There was nothing. And same with like here in BC, we were just in Nelson, and besides like looking on Reddit, you can't really find everything kind of amalgamated all together, and you can't search like, okay, I want to do waterfalls.
Yeah.
You have to like it's so time intensive, especially when you're traveling. You don't want to be spending an hour in your morning figuring out what you're going to do. You
Yeah.
want to spend 5 minutes in the morning, or you want to spend an hour for your 7 days before you even get there.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not even worth it for you to go there. And you look at it,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, fuck, like that country doesn't have what I want to do. Let's look at the next country.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like our social media platform. The reason why we create, well, there's a few reasons why we created it, but it's pretty fragmented out there to go and get your travel information. You're going to go to YouTube or a website or this and that. So what we're doing is I've sourced like a list of over 3,000 content creators, and they travel for a living, right? So basically, we're going to pay them to be on the platform, right? They're going to commissions, advertising revenue, all that stuff, and a lot of them come with 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, 2 million, 500,000 followers, et cetera, right? So we don't have millions of dollars a month to spend on advertising revenue like Airbnb does, right? So how do you bring the traffic to you? This is the way. We're gonna be paying all of these content creators to be on the site, and they're gonna bring the traffic, right? Traffic equals conversions.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom, and it's gonna be a good time. And then like we're gonna have a chat room, which is gonna be sweet, where you can there'll be travel pros in the chat room, and you can talk to someone about where they've been, like, and you're gonna get like just really detailed instant answers. Oh yeah, don't go here and don't get the steak, or where to get this, get that, like
don't eat this place, you're gonna get sick.
yeah, so you're gonna get to talk to people live and get instant answers, which is gonna be sweet, right? So that's gonna be
I like
nice.
that.
And then you're gonna be able to talk to like experts on whatever it is, wine tasting, surfers, like you name it. So it's gonna be cool. Yeah, kind of like what's that chat room app that really blew up? Clubhouse. Ever heard of Clubhouse?
I've heard it mentioned before, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it blew up. I don't know how popular it is anymore, but I mean, it was just on any topic in the world, basically. And man, they got offered like a $4 billion buyout, and they didn't take it.
They're kicking
Like
themselves.
unreal, man. Yeah, they're probably kicking themselves, but like $4 billion buyout, man. It's like insane. So we just kind of took that idea and made it better and integrated it into our travel app, and so it'll be a pretty sweet little platform, man.
Is this the idea you had 10 years ago?
Yeah. This is the idea we had 10 years ago. And
How did you come up with that? What sparked that
it
interest?
wasn't my idea initially. It was my dad.
Oh.
Yeah. So
He is the big thinker.
yeah, exactly. Like he has 2 properties down in Puerto Vallarta that he's rented out forever. And then just kind of got to thinking one day all the problems associated with Airbnb and all the things that are lacking. Like we're not inventing the wheel here by any means, right? We're just taking something that works, it's a proven concept, and making it better.
But a lot of businesses are.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly, man. So just all the kind of the gaps and all the problems, and
It's kind of like when you go to like an
want.
Airbnb or a Vrbo and they have that little book and it's like, this is what you can do around here. But you can see that before you book anything, and you know everything around there, and then everything that comes on top of that with the rest of the platform.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. So hopefully Freedom 40 one time.
What was the biggest hurdle in the last 10 years for that?
Raising the money.
Yeah.
Raising the money. Yeah, I'd say so. Like the amount of times, like, going down to Vancouver and pitching it and working on the deck and, like just pitching it and failing, pitching it and failing, pitching it and failing. And like, it's, man, like you could meet a multimillionaire, but they may not be liquid. You know what I mean? They may be tied up in all their assets. It may not be the right time for them. They may love the idea, but it's not the right time, or they don't have the money, or lots of factors, man. And then they have to not just only believe in the project. They have to, okay, can you pull it off? They have to like you. So there's like, what's your experience, background, all this kind of stuff, and like, so it's definitely a learning curve, man, about what the investors kind of want to see, and man, like. Big time growth happens there. Big time growth, man. Even like public speaking. I freaking went down to, there's a thing in Vancouver called Van Tech. Ever heard of it before?
No.
It's like where investors can, basically you can get money for your business, right? But it's kind of like a Shark Tank kind of thing.
Okay.
So like the first round, you go and you pitch in front of everybody. There's a few investors, but like the audience decides who goes to the next round, right? So the top 3 get to go to the next round, and then the next round you pitch in front of like 30 investors, right? So like I win the first round, okay, got top 3, which is sweet. Go back down there.
How many entrants?
I think there was like 15 people that pitched that night. It depends. Like,
Oh, so it's like a multi-day event?
just a one. No, it's just a one day.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you just go for the night. It's like a one night thing, and it still runs to this day. But the only stupid thing which I hate, and I should kick. So the next round, you only get a minute and a half. Like, and I worked with the pitch coach. I had my script freaking dialed, bro. It was so good. Like, it was like, I'm gonna get this, like, for sure. And I get up there, I get nervous, I fuck up my whole pitch. Like, it was disastrous and it was embarrassing. I was like, oh man, I felt so embarrassed because you got to network after and stuff. I was like, man, I just fucked up so bad. But you learn. And what I should have done, I should have had my phone. And honestly, I saw one guy reading off his phone, and I should have just read off my phone, honestly, because like, just the emotions got to me. I'm like,
Sure.
I started off, boom, first line, killed it, and then like, I blanked out. And then you go from there, like, fuck, like. And then you try and get through it, and my minute and a half was up, and that was it.
There's a speech thing that I do for myself when I need to deliver a rehearsed speech. And this isn't my idea. I read it in a book or heard it on an audiobook or podcast or whatever the fuck. But it was, if it's a minute and a half, you don't practice it from start to finish. You break it down into like 5 20-second sections or whatever it is. You practice the first 20 by itself. Later you practice the end of it, and you do it in like random order.
Oh, nice.
And
That's
then
smart.
if you fuck up, if you finish the first part and you blank on 2, or you get in there and you're nervous and you start on 4, you have that. So eventually you do practice it from start to finish, but you have them each
That's smart.
each into segments.
Yeah.
So if you fluff, you got the rest to kind of go back on.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what stand-up comedians do. Or they just practice it so much in front of the audience, they just dial it in, you know?
I'm sure when they're starting out, they practice smaller bits.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
How many no's did you get before you got that yes? You got to know the number.
I don't know the exact number, but maybe like 30
Okay.
to 40, something like that.
That's pretty good. Because
We never did like 100 presentations or anything. No.
Usually it's like 99 no's before you get that yes.
Yeah.
But every no you get is closer to that yes. It's just
Yeah.
it's just the law of averages, right?
What helped us is that we made like a 10-minute pitch video. We made we did the introduction, and then we ended up making a video that explained everything, and then we explained everything after, which the video was awesome. So we did that.
The visual
And,
hook.
Yeah. Have you ever done Toastmasters before?
No, I know what it is though.
Yeah. So I ended up doing Toastmasters during that personal growth period of, trying to get the money and all that stuff. And it helps a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's a good little community too.
I am working on my speech and my conversation. I mean, you've known me for, man, almost 20 years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, we go back.
I've always been really good at speaking, and I'm very curious. So that's what I really like with the podcast.
Yeah.
You're telling a story, and I'm like, fuck, I want to know more about that. So I'm good at the question part.
Yeah.
But I am learning about, cadence of the voice and, when you want to go up and when you want to go down kind of thing, and leaning into the mic. And I'm reading a book right now. It's by a lawyer, Jefferson Fisher. Huge. He has the #1 podcast in the world on communication. And it's just all about, communication. So I am looking into that. I have a bit of a leg up, I think, when it comes to delivering speeches or a monologue, you might want to call it, because I grew up doing theater. So being on stage in front of people, the bright lights, it doesn't bother me. I'll still get nerves before, I go out there. I remember I was 17 and I'm in one of the leads in a musical, and the second act opens up with a song and dance number by me. Imagine me out there singing and dancing, and I would have to shit. So I would shit 4 times before I went out, because it's 15 minutes between when the curtain closes to the end of the first act, and then I go out there. I'm the first one out there.
Yeah.
And then I would go and sit underneath this ground piano, and I would eat Tums to try and calm my nerves and stomach feel sick. And then I'd go, where's Caleb? Where's Caleb? And then 5 minutes or 5 seconds before I was supposed to go out, I would walk out, and I would just walk straight on the stage. I wouldn't stand in the wing waiting. I would make it to the last second. And as soon as I got out there, said that first word, it was so rehearsed, and it was just la la la. And the song was Shapoopy is the name of the song. Now, woman who will wait for, or wait, how to go? Here I am saying I'm so good for recalling things. She's your shapoopy, the one who wins you back. Oh, fuck. I've stumbled. Maybe I'm not as good as I say. It was 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah. That was not bad for 25 years. Yeah.
But Shapoopy was the name of the song dance number.
Shapoopy.
Yeah. I don't know if you can reveal this, but how much money were you seeking for the first round there when you were going out?
It was about $1 million.
Sizable number.
I know. Yeah.
I'd say that's pretty good for.
I know, and that's the problem. That's not seed money. You know what I mean? That's like most people like start off their journey with seed money. Like, oh yeah, 40, 50 grand, 60 grand. That's doable. Like, you can get friends and family to invest and stuff. But no, we needed a lot. Like, we knew we needed like quite a bit to start this. So, because it's a big project. So,
I mean, if you went to less than 50 people or 50 groups or whatever it is, but 50 presentations, and then you got it, that's batting pretty good, man.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, actually, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Were you doing this on your own, or did you have a partner along the way?
No, me and my dad. We basically put together the whole deck, and then it was just me and him, really.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd go down to Vancouver. He was in Mexico. He'd fly up sometimes if they're like some big hitters. Yeah. But I'd go down and pitch it, and and then we did some like Zoom stuff, and but it was like, it's a lot, man. It is, but it's worth it, right? You just got to keep that vision in your mind, and if you know you have something good, like just keep going. Just keep going, man. Like just. Yeah, and then we know we had something good. And if it is something truly good, it'll be good in 5 years from now. It won't be outdated. It won't be fad or whatever. It's got to be good 5 years from now too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you have any fears along that time when you were pitching it that someone might take it and actually have the liquid money and go and do it themselves?
No, not at all. Because no, I don't think so. Because I mean, no one's copied Airbnb. I mean, they have, but not to like the T or anything. We have other competition out there, but no one's really come out and really copied them. There's VRBO, but there's not really like, and there's like it's pretty much monopolies out there, right? Airbnb and VRBO, HomeAway, Expedia, like a few big obviously hitters. Like we just want a little slice of the pie. You know what I mean? We're probably not going to be as big as Airbnb. That's a lot, but if we can,
not with that attitude,
right?
If you don't believe it,
I mean, but hey, if we can take a little slice of the pie, bro, that's all. We're stoked. We're super stoked.
I think as well, and it's something I've had some content creators on, and we talk about it's creating value for your target audience or your target client base and your user base. If they're coming on there and getting a better experience than they are at Airbnb and the whole wraparound services, I can't see it not working.
Oh, exactly. It's just like, what can we do for the host to make their life better, make them more money? You just make it about them, and then the traveler. What can we do for them for them to save money, right? Like you just, that's it, really. Yeah. It's not about you. It's all about them, making their life better, everything we can do. So,
what was the biggest change between pitch 1 and let's call it pitch 50 when you got it? What changed the most?
We were just, obviously we're just way more dialed in. Like the deck changes 1,000 times, getting it more concise, getting it more precise, and just more to the point. Everything they want to see. Just after you've pitched it 1,000,000 times, right? Then we had the video. So it's, a lot changes.
Do you think part of that might have been maybe those first 49 presentations, you just weren't in front of the right person?
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, if they're not the right person, you could say the wrong thing to the right person and the right thing to the wrong person. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's just, if they're in, they're in, man. You could, if it's the best thing in the whole entire world, they have all the money, and it's just not their jam. Maybe they're in oil. Maybe they're in a different industry, and they have to understand it too, right? Maybe it's just not their cup of tea. Like, I don't, I like it, I got the money, but it's just, I'm in the oil industry, so I can't do it. Because we pitched some oil guys, and we thought they're going to be in, but like, no, they just didn't really understand it, and it wasn't their cup of tea, right? So
was it an investor? Was it a group of investors?
Just one guy. One guy ended up investing. Yeah, just I'm like,
he saw the vision.
Saw the vision, and he's got that fuck you money, so it was good. It's found the right guy. Like we got pretty. I wouldn't say lucky, but maybe we got lucky. I don't know. You just gotta keep going till you find the right person, right? And so it was good.
You knew it was gonna work out for you, and it did.
Yeah, and then you just can't give up.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like, you just can't give up. You just got to pitch it and pitch it and pitch it. You know, you got something good, keep on going, right? And yeah, so.
The last couple of guests brought this up, so I'm going to bring it up before you have the chance to. But there's that pitcher and there's that guy in the gold mine, the diamond mine.
Yeah.
And he's chipping away and he's like, oh, fuck, I'm done. But
Yeah.
if he had gone one more time, that's where the diamonds were.
Yep.
So many businesses, from autobiographies I read, they were, days, if not hours away from being bankrupt and having to quit. And they're like, okay, and it's going to try one more time. And that if they hadn't tried that one time, we wouldn't have, like Elon Musk. He had that 4th rocket launch, didn't have enough money, scraped it all together. It was Christmas Eve. The next day he was going to lay off everyone and shut everything. And then that launch was successful, finally landed the rocket, and then he got the contract.
Yeah.
But the first 3 launches failed.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, we have just enough money for one more. We're going to make it work. Because he believes it. He knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then, now we have, SpaceX is one of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah. Right.
It's revolutionizing
It's insane.
Space transportation.
I know, right? Yeah, it's pretty impressive, man. That goes down to belief. It's just it's belief, man. If you stop believing in yourself, then then you don't have the positive mindset after that. Yeah, you're gonna give up, right? But if you just believe you really have something, it's just not giving up. It's simple as that. You don't give up. How are you gonna fail? You don't give up. You know.
During that time, did you have any very dark moments where you thought, what the fuck am I doing?
I mean, like, yeah, you have times where like you kind of have imposter syndrome, and you're like, am I good enough? Are people even going to believe in me? And then you pitch it and you fail, and you're like, well, do we even have something here? Yeah, you definitely like ask yourself questions, but I mean, we just knew we had something, dude. We knew we had something. Simple as that. Like, it was so good. It's gonna work. It has to work. But it's just we never really got down on ourselves, man. We didn't. Like, we just kept the faith because we knew we had something amazing. Simple as that. And if you just really know deep down in your heart, you will keep going. You will. And then if you want it bad enough, some people don't want it bad enough, and they're just like, I got it, but nah, it's whatever. It didn't work out. It's not. It's okay.
I think this is a perfect example. Call back to when I said earlier, people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10. Some big ideas take 10 years to get to it, but the payoff is. I'm getting goosebumps. Like, I don't know what the payoff's going to be for you, but like the payoff emotionally and like spiritually, and you're going to have that sense of accomplishment. You're like, I fucking did it. Like, it's just building up to that moment, and you're going to be like, fuck, like, there we go. Like,
go. Yeah, the
vision's
vision's coming true, man. Exactly. And it's like, like you said, you got to act like it's already happened, and just like see the vision. I remember when Conor McGregor was, he got interviewed. He's like, how does it feel to be world? Did you think it was going to like feel like this? He's like, yeah, it's exactly what I felt
when he
like.
knocked out Aldo.
Yeah. And like, he had the vision. It's like, he already knew what it was going to feel like before it happened. He was like, I already knew it was going to happen. Like,
And with that, also goes back to saying, like, you wanted to win that poker tournament. You did the work. There's videos of Conor in training because he knew what Aldo did with that one punch. Yeah. And he does the exact same thing in training over and over and over. Slip, pop, hook. And then I've seen it side by side.
Yeah.
If you were to like superimpose one body over the other, it would look exactly the same. Boom, and he knocks him out, drops him on his fucking ass. Like he knew that was going to happen, and it played out exactly. He knew that's how he was going to take him down.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta believe in something, and you gotta go for it. You know what I mean? That's as simple as that. Like, I did the same thing with crypto too. Like, same thing. I just went all the fuck in. Like, I did so much research, bro. Like, insane.
And you were an early adopter too, weren't you?
I started investing like early 2021 ish. Maybe late 2020, early 2021, and then I heard about it, and I just like took my time, see what projects I wanted to invest in, and then I just went fucking all in, man. I own 0 Bitcoin, like I just own majority of XRP. Yeah. Like, XRP is the fucking one, bro.
Before I get too deep into it, do you have it on a cold storage, or do you have it?
Cold storage. Yeah. Well, the majority is on the cold storage.
Yeah.
I do use some on exchanges. I do a little bit of trading, but majority on it, like 85-90% on the cold storage.
And with a cold storage, is it on like a USB stick? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like you have a physical gold Boolean and you kind of put it in your safe sort of thing. So that can't be hacked.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless they have your keys. Like if you have, if it's called not your keys, not your crypto. If you lose the keys, that's like your bank password. It's like 24
unique words or something
yeah,
like that?
words, and then
Yeah, I've seen people get them stamped into metal and stuff like that, so they don't never lose them.
yeah, I wouldn't do that, but I mean, you could do that, I guess, but
Do you ever,
I don't know.
Do you have them all memorized?
No,
No.
but I should. Yeah, I should actually. That's a good idea.
Are they stored in a separate place than your?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they're sharded too.
What's that mean?
So like sharded's like you'll keep four
the split to
four
shards.
words
Okay, yeah.
over this location, four words there, four words at someone else's house. So if
Yeah.
you find it, you need the other fucking 20 words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's called sharding.
Okay.
That's very it's because they find the whole piece of paper, you're fucked. You know what I mean? So you got to shard it.
It's quite a different terminology than what sharding means for running. So
Yeah. Sharting? Sharting? And
sharding, with there's a D in there instead of a T.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So all in on crypto. What does all in on crypto mean?
Every dollar I had, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every dollar I had went into it, basically. Not only that I think this is smart. Some people don't think it's smart, but I use debt for investing, right? So
Debt leveraging, yeah.
yeah, so I took massive lines of credit out, and okay, hear me out. This is what I did, and I think it's fucking smart. So, most people have a car payment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a car payment. Most people pay $500 a month for their car payment, right? And at the end of the term, 7 years, that $60,000 car is worth how much?
I don't know, maybe 25. You're lucky.
25,000, half. And what have you paid for with the interest on it? Right? What do you I don't know what the interest rate is, but maybe say it's 75 grand. I don't know when you're done paying it.
Probably higher than that.
It's
Probably.
fucked.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It is the absolute worst investment you can make. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. I maxed out my line of credit, pretty much maxed out car lease. I was like all the money I had, and then throughout the years we put in all the money we could. Just like religiously every month we put in, every single month we put in, right? Because you got a dollar cost average.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, if I say I put in I put in quite a lot, but say for example, just the lines of credits were like 75 grand. Okay, so we pay about $500 a month initial on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a 10-year game plan for this. Okay, I was like, it was 2021. I was like, all right, so if in 10 years we pay, it's about $6,000 a year ish in interest. In 10 years, if I pay $60,000 in interest and my investment just doubles, I basically just break even, right? So and I know in 10 years, bro, it's gonna double, right? So I was like, I will pay the interest, come hell or high water, I'm going to pay the interest, right? Because this is what I believe in, and I'm going all in. I know too much. Once you know about XRP, there's other great crypto. I have a lot more other cryptos, but this basically I'm like, I don't diversify. It's like I'm like 85% in XRP, right? So I was like, yeah, if it just doubles, man, I basically break even. So that's basically my game plan, And so I started investing in 2021.
What was it back then? Like 21 cents Canadian?
No, I started. So I invested anywhere from like 90 cents down to 30 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think my dollar cost average is probably around 50 cents.
And it was trading at like 2.90 Canadian this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, when I say that, it's American.
Okay.
Because I only go off U.S. prices because all the technical analysis, and all the news, all that shit, it's all off the U.S. All off U.S. money, all U.S. prices. But so my dollar cost average is probably around 50 cents ish, and
so it's like 70.
So I'm already up
cents?
freaking 400%. And we're about to hit the next leg up again, man. My price prediction for XRP this year is going to be between $8 and $15. That's where it's going for this next bull run, and it's going to happen by the end of the year. So that could be my Freedom 40, even if this company doesn't work out. Which is, So I gave myself 2 avenues to make $1 million, man. And the craziest thing is, man, I invested into XRP while Ripple, so Ripple's the company,
Yep.
and the token's XRP.
Yep.
Ripple was getting sued by the United States government.
The SEC,
Okay. The SEC.
150 million.
Well, I mean, it's so the United States, like they were basically, so I started investing. So basically, when they got sued at the end of 2020, their stock XRP went from $3 and I think it was $3.20 or some shit down to a quarter. It like 16 or 14 billion was wiped out, bro. Insane. So I started doing the research on the lawsuit and stuff, and like I was like, it's basically a bullshit lawsuit, man. They were wrongfully sued, and that's what the SEC does. They sue people knowing they can't pay, because the United States government has an unlimited bankroll. They know you can't pay. They know it's going to be 3-4 years in court, and it's like you can't pay. But guess what? They fucked with the wrong company, man. Ripple's already a $1 billion company, right? And so they fought them. Like, fuck you. We're going to fight not just for us, but for the industry, because it was basically like they sued so many companies, and they just couldn't. They just had to like basically go bankrupt or couldn't pay it. And some people tried to fight them. They went bankrupt. Didn't work. But man, so it took like the lawsuit was 4 years, and they basically the whole lawsuit was based on that XRP was a security, right? And then ended up being XRP is not a security, right? And so now they wanted so the final judgment, they wanted $2 billion for fines or whatever. Ripple's like, well, no, we're only going to pay 10 million versus 2 billion, right? Then the judge landed on 125 million. Then they settled down to 50 million, and now it's basically just getting thrown out the door, because now there's a whole new chairman of the SEC. There's a whole new, after Trump came in, he's so pro crypto now.
Crypto czar in there
and
now.
He's like, so like, there's so many lawsuits got dropped. Tons got dropped. Just dropped. Like it's awesome, man. Like so yeah, I just went all in, and once you know what you know, like I'm an all in kind of guy, bro. You know,
for sure,
all in kind of guy.
When it was at its recent peak, there, were you tempted to sell any off?
I sold a very tiny bit. I wish I would have sold more, but I didn't, because I have I basically have like a shit ton of sell targets. My first one's at $4 US. And then my take profit target's gonna be up and up. Like I got like a whole bunch, because like when you invest, you got a DCA in, so you got a dollar cost average in, right? So
do you do it daily or do you do it monthly?
What dollar cost average?
Yeah.
Well, when I was doing it monthly,
okay.
Yeah. So that's how I started at 90 cents, and then all the way down to 30 cents, and my dollar cost average was at 50.
Yeah.
Right. So same thing you got to do on the way up. You got a dollar cost sell on the way up, because you don't know when the top's going to be. No one, if you could call the top of a bull market, you're going to be a millionaire. Just wait to the top of the bull market, bro, and then you'll be fine. But you don't know when. Just like you don't know when the bottom's going to be. So you just keep on buying, and then eventually you're going to hit the bottom, right? So have your sell targets, sell on the way up, and eventually, you're going to hit the way up the top, and then So that's kind of the plan. But good times ahead, bro. I'm fucking stoked. Yeah.
Were you kicking yourself when you didn't sell more? What was the reason to not sell more at that time? You thought it was maybe still going to keep rising?
I just didn't hit my sell targets, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, like Carly was saying, "Oh, sell more, sell, right?" But I'm like, nope, sticking to my plan, sticking to the $1 million plan. And obviously, in hindsight, I wish I would have sold more at that time. Then I could have rebought some more.
You would have sold it all and then rebought, 2 months later.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
But if you had sold it all and then it skyrockets to 10, then you're really kicking yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to know when that peak is, right?
Never.
Or when that trough is.
Yeah. I mean, and now I'm following all the right people, and I'm going to take all their analysis, and then they'll probably all come to the same conclusion roughly when the top is. Right. So, but at that point, it won't even matter, because I just have my targets, and they're pretty realistic targets. They're not like Moon Boy shot freaking $50, $100 XRP,
$1,000 coin.
$1,000 coin. I mean, dude, honestly, I think XRP will hit $100 by 2030. It will. Just the way, because it's a utility coin. It's not just a regular stock. It has real world use. So I think it will hit $100, but I think this cycle, my guess is $8 to $15, and that's it. But
are you still DCAing right now?
no,
Okay.
I got no cash left. It's all gone.
Okay.
I wish, but like, you know, I don't.
When
That's okay.
When it's going up and you're hitting your take profits, would you, when the bull runs over and it goes into a bit of a bear, would you DCA back in
Yeah,
if it hits a certain
that's the
amount?
plan.
Okay.
That's the plan. I'm always gonna save a little portion of my bag for the moonshots for
Yeah.
the $100 to $1,000.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save a bunch for that because that's coming, but just not right now. So I will always, and you know what? Maybe it does go to $100 as bull run. That's why you keep a little portion. I'm not gonna sell. I will never sell everything, right? And then I have a target at $100, $500, and $1,000.
Yep.
So if that shit happens, bro, it's fucking yacht season, you know? So yeah, like I have a plan, but I'm sticking to the plan. That's why we didn't take any at $3.40. It almost hit my $4 one. I was like, I almost hit. I would have taken some profit, but I was like, nope, this is the plan. I'm sticking to the plan. Wrote it out, and I spent a lot of time on the plan. So it's very thought out.
Well, with having that plan, you take the emotion out.
Boom.
Take the emotion
That's
out at
it.
340 if you 4x'd and
Yeah.
you know, if you got $100,000 and you're like, wow, it's a lot, but if it's not, that's the emotion side of it. You got to
Yeah.
think logically.
Exactly, man. Like 100%. Like you nailed it, and that's why. And Carly's gonna keep me accountable for that because like I might try and deviate a little bit. Like it's 410, you know, get that 415, like extra little bit, you know, like but. But she's like, no, we're printing it out, we're putting it on the fridge, and we're sticking to it. I'm like, yeah, perfect. I want you to keep me accountable because you have to stick to your plan. And like you said, if you don't have a plan to fail, and your emotions take over, and you think it's always going to go higher, you think it's always, and that's why retail, man. Retail is dumb money. They get sucked in, man. They do. They buy the top. You are the exit liquidity for these big institutions, man. And guess what? You know when the top happens? When all the best news comes out. They like how can it even go lower? No way. Like it's gonna keep going higher because the best news comes at the top and all the fear and doubt comes at the bottom, man. Like when Bitcoin was like $15,000, I remember, I think it was JP Morgan or one of those other big wigs. He was saying, if any of my guys, if I find out they're buying Bitcoin, they're fired. What were they doing?
Buying Bitcoin.
Buying fucking
Snatching
Bitcoin,
it all
man.
up.
They were saying it's shit. Bitcoin's never gonna work. Like they would just flooded it to the max, man. And that's the bottom. And so and retail was scared. Like, oh fuck, I believe that shit. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it is shit
So
and
they
all this
sell
stuff.
it to the big guys.
Yeah, and so now at the top, you're gonna see. I have. I'll send you the video. It's fucking brilliant. All
please
the
do.
top indicators that tells you that the top is in or it's coming. There's so many indicators that you can follow. And obviously one of them is like the news, right? So you're going to hear everything, so many good things coming out. It's euphoric. It's the euphoria phase of the market, man. Like, I can't lose. I win every trade. Like, I'm going to be so rich. Your grandma's telling you, the taxi driver's telling you about it. Everyone's telling you about, you should buy crypto. They're telling you which ones to buy too, because they know.
Yeah.
They know, right? But they're too late. They're way too late. And then they get stuck holding this bag at the top, and then the bear market hits, and they have to bag hold for years, you know? So that's the name of the game, man. It's psychology.
Yep.
It's psychology, man. And a lot of people don't understand that. And like everyone's guilty of it. Everyone will buy the hype, you know? Like everyone's done it. Like, okay, yeah, like
It's on the way up. It can only go higher.
yeah, look how good this coin is doing. Holy shit, it's up 500%. We need to buy this. We need to buy it right now. Right? Because look how good it's doing.
Pulled the rug.
And it just fucking tanks. But when it's look how shitty this coin is doing, I'm not fucking buying that. Look how shitty it is doing. It's doing terrible. But that's the time to buy. That's the fucking time to buy, man. You know? Like the reason why a price of a stock or a crypto is low, the reason why it's low is because the uncertainty around it. So for example, XRP was a quarter, 25 cents, 30 cents, whatever. It's because we were in a lawsuit. There was no regulation around it. There's uncertainty if banks were even going to use it. There's all this uncertainty about it. And when there's uncertainty around something and then there's fear around it, the price is low. The more certain a thing is, the higher the price is going to be. Now it's sitting at, $2.20 or whatever. Why? Because now there's more certainty around it. The lawsuit's done, right? So the more certainty there is around something, the higher the more expensive it's going to be, right? So you got to buy the uncertainty, the fear, the doubt, the blood, you know? That's how you make money.
Do you think 220 is kind of the lowest it'll go in this cycle or ever?
Well, it did. So it did just, I mean, in January, it peaked at $3.40. And then April, I think it went down to $1.60. So it did a 50% retracement. But that's crypto for you, though. Crypto's fucking crazy, man. You want those 500% gains? You better expect and be able to handle those 50% retraces.
The roller coaster.
You have to, right? And like that's crypto, you know? So, but I think it's already done its correction.
Yeah.
Down to 160. That should be the local low. And then, yeah, I mean, it might go down one more dip down to like $1.85, $1.90. $2 is pretty good support for the coin. Like it's held support.
It's been bouncing up and down around that for the last like month or so.
Yeah. So it's got super strong fundamentals, and it's on this next leg up, man. And when XRP moves, it moves fast. So you got to get those sell targets ready. That's how XRP moves. And when it goes sideways forever, man, it'll consolidate sideways forever, and then boom, it shoots up. That's what XRP does, you know? But it's exciting shit because it's the future.
Yeah. From your research and the guys you follow, how long till the next breakout?
I would say
guess.
end of this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. End of June, early July, I think we see a fucking fantastic July. Yeah, and then it could taper off into August, and then we could see a correction from there, and then maybe another pump at the end of the year to finish off the bull run. Yeah, so we'll see. But like I said, I got my take profits either way. If it goes higher, or if it doesn't go higher, like we'll see. But it's going higher. Yeah, it's the future, man. It is. They say this crypto, like the whole crypto ecosystem, I guess, it is bigger than the .com boom, bro. It is going to be the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. Like, internet, that was basically the way you could transfer information fast, right? It was the internet of information, right? How can now all of a sudden internet can get information can get transferred instantly all over the world?
Yeah.
Now this is the internet of value. That you can transfer anything of value instantly.
Yeah, commodities
right?
instantly.
Yeah, so it's like we're entering a new financial system. The way the financial system's getting set up, man. And the thing is, they've been working on this since like 2011. It's not an overnight thing. You know what I mean? Like banks are super slow to adopt new technologies. And it doesn't happen overnight. You got to back test it. There's partnerships. It's so slow, but man, they've been working on it forever, and we're almost there. Like it's fucking exciting.
Lots of governments now are starting to have their own strategic crypto reserves, not just the states.
Not just the states, man. Now they're having XRP reserves. There's going to be XRP ETFs coming in. Like
ETFs.
There's going to be there's stablecoin regulation coming. Like they're on like pretty much wrote the bill already, and it's just about to be passed. That's huge. Like, oh man, it's like I feel bad for people who don't know about it. Honestly, man, because I tell all my friends, I'm like, bro, even if you don't believe in it, just fucking put some money in. I'm like, it's not gonna go to zero. Okay, you have to take risks in life. You have to. The biggest risk is taking no risk. If you sit back in life and you play it comfortable, it's good luck, man. You have to go for it.
And that's okay for some people if they're happy with where they're at.
True. Yeah.
But if you,
that's not me and you though.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Not that.
You ever listen to anything Saylor, the guy who owns MicroStrategy?
Yeah.
I listened to him. He was on Jordan Peterson's podcast, and they got really into the inner workings of crypto and everything. And then they stopped it, and then Pearson's like, "We'll finish this on the Daily Wire." And I was like, fuck. So then I had to pay $12 to subscribe to the Daily Wire. And I listened to the last 40 minutes of it. And my cousin's big into investing, and I've been telling him, "Make crypto, man." He's like, "No, this and it's safe." And he's like, "I know you like to take risks, man." And then he actually sent me that podcast, and he's like, "Okay, my mind's been changed."
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's the future. It is the future, man. It's just new technology. It's all it is. New technology.
Why not any Bitcoin?
So the reason why I didn't invest in Bitcoin was I just don't think the gains are there, honestly. Like for me, like, well, I mean, I never got Bitcoin at $15,000, right? So I knew XRP had, I saw the long-term vision of XRP, of where it could go. And I saw Bitcoin had no utility. It's just a store of value, right? So I didn't like that. It was never ever going to be in the new financial system. It can never be used as payments or any of that shit. It's just too slow and too expensive, right? So that was another reason. XRP was basically, they created XRP to be a better Bitcoin at the end of the day. And right now, I would never tell people to invest in Bitcoin ever, because if Bitcoin right now goes from $100,000 to $200,000, it sounds like a lot. Wow, it's at 200,000 from 100,000. Great, that's a 1x, bro. The gains are not there. The gains aren't there. I mean, XRP went in, I think it was like under a month. It went from 50 cents to $3.40. That's insane. That's how XRP moves. But
7 times, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly, like, I wish I would have gotten to Bitcoin earlier, but I just didn't. Yeah, I just didn't. I knew XRP, and I still had the opportunity to buy a shitload at low prices. So it's just like, you know,
I buy $10 of Bitcoin a day.
nice. That's
it.
beauty.
Instead of buying a Starbucks.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And then instead of playing poker now, because when I go up to play poker, and this is the way I explained it to my cousin, I go up to play poker and it's $500 buy-in. I'm going up there and I love the game as much as you do, and obviously I want to win.
Yeah.
But I've already mentally and emotionally, like, if I walk out of there with 0, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if you're playing poker and it's a 1-3 game, if you have an amazing night, you're walking out of there $2,000 profit, right?
Yeah.
So if I've already written off that $500, instead of playing poker with it, I've been putting it into crypto.
Yeah.
And I'm about 85% XRP myself.
Hell yeah.
And then I have I got some shit coins, like, I don't know, like some Mog coins, some Pepe.
Yeah. I got some Fart Boy.
Yeah. Cause I mean, they're like 0.000015 of a cent.
Yeah.
You put $100 in there, and if it goes up to 0.005, I mean,
boom.
It's one of them will pop off. So I'm like, okay, whatever, the $100. But yeah, I took that poker money instead. I took my entire poker bankroll that I had saved up. I had it in a lock safe at my house. I put all that on there.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, if I lost all my poker money playing poker, it would suck.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So if everything I had went to 0, I've already emotionally, I'm okay with that. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I honestly have more fun kind of reading about the crypto and everything that I do with poker.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I haven't played poker that much at all. Because like it's all in the crypto.
Yeah. I'll still play sometimes. Like I get the itch.
Oh, I do all the time.
I'm probably less than 6 times a year.
Yeah.
And of those 6 times, 2 are here in town. The other 4, I happen to be in Vancouver getting a tattoo or something. Like the one time when I was getting this one, the Valkyrie, I was in Langley, and I'd never played at Cascades Langley.
Yeah.
And my Airbnb was a block away. But I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I was like on the phone, I was like, fuck, the poker room's like right there. I was like, okay, there's 30 tables running. And I actually ran up enough to pay for the entire trip and the tattoo. So that was pretty cool. And then another time I was down there for another tattoo, and I went to the park.
Yeah. I love the park.
They're like, you want 1-3? And I was like, is there bigger games? Like, yeah, it's 2-5. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go there. And I smashed that for like $3,500, in for $800 and out for like 43, I guess. And
did you know the Bad Beat jackpot hit in Kamloops?
Yeah, it was Terry.
Insane. And Terry Jack was sitting at the table too.
Yeah,
like, oh man, that's sick.
Table share was $25,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently the guy who walked away to go to the washroom or smoke or whatever, the guy Bad Beat went in there and never paid him shit.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, if I never walked away, it never would have happened.
Not even $500 or nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah, it was a guy from like Sam and Arm, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't even a local.
Yeah, it was Terry flopped the King High straight with King 9 of clubs.
Sick.
And then, so yeah, it was Jack of clubs, Queen of clubs, 8 of clubs.
Yeah.
And then, there was 10, doesn't matter what the suit was, Jack of clubs, Queen of clubs. That's what it was. And then on the river, the 10 of clubs came. Terry wins 125. Sick. Other guy wins 250.
What's the odds of hitting the backbeat jackpot? It's like 1 in a million, isn't it? Over a million, isn't it?
I don't know what the actual odds are, but the odds of it happening in Kamloops versus it popping somewhere else, especially when it's fully loaded, are so slim just because the game runs, for 8 hours, 3 times a week. Whereas down when I was
Right.
at like in Langley,
Yeah.
30 tables playing. The odds are just
Right.
against.
Yeah.
So I was happy Terry won it. I don't. Yeah,
amazing.
Lou was at the table.
Yeah,
Jack was at
tight
the
Lou,
table.
man.
Yeah,
Hasn't played a hand since the 80s and freaking hits the jackpot.
yeah. Do you know who else was sitting there?
I think just Jack, Terry, and Lou, and I don't know whoever else, but I think I hit it on a Thursday.
Oh, I think it was only 8-handed too.
Was it?
Yeah, because I think it was 6-way table share. That would make sense, right?
was
So
it? Yeah.
250, 175. So there's 375, and then maybe there's 7-handed. 375. There's only 125 left. If they got 25 grand each, that means there were 7-handed.
Yeah. Could
'Cause-
you imagine
'cause
being
the guy
that person going for that smoke, bro?
Oh,
Holy
man.
fuck.
Well, how good does Lou feel? Because Lou usually doesn't play 7-handed.
No.
He wants a full table.
Yeah. Yeah. No shit.
I love playing short-handed,
Yeah.
man.
Honestly, I would for no one to give him that money, that guy who walked away, I would have been upset, man. I would have been really upset. Like, guys, it would not have happened if I didn't walk away.
Did no one else give him anything?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe they did. I don't think so, but
Do you know
that's
if-
what Sean was saying.
Do you know if the loser tipped the dealer at least?
I don't know. You'd hope so.
I'd be throwing him a couple purples for sure, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was going through Tim Hortons today and I was just in a good mood. And there's a guy behind me and I'm like, I'll pay for his too. They're like, it's $9. And
Yeah.
I paid for it and I drove away and then you see him like waving out the window
I
after.
love that.
And I wasn't doing it for the reaction from him. I was just like, okay, cool. So if I had won it, yeah, I was throwing the guy, probably
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah,
You're
man.
walking with $250,000 tax free.
Tax free.
That's
Boom.
the big thing here in Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
tax free.
Yeah.
Speaking of taxes, when you took your profit and then you DCA'd back in on the way down, how does it work with your taxes? I've been looking into that, and it's just capital gains basically, right?
Just capital gains tax, yeah. Like, so it's just based on your income, right? So you just add it to your income, and then if that puts you in a new tax bracket, that's what you pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Did you have to pay a lot of taxes because of you pulling it out, or did you take it out after you?
no, I didn't take out that much. Like I didn't. I definitely declared it, but yeah. But I mean, I obviously I'm gonna definitely declare like in the future because it's gonna be too much not to declare. I don't want to go to jail, you know.
Yeah, for tax evasion. Because besides working in the business right now, I know you don't have a 9 to 5. Are you doing anything?
No.
It's just
No.
just the business.
Just the business and crypto and.
Does the business pay you anything right
Oh
now?
yeah, I'm just taking a small wage.
Okay, so you have like a salary from it then?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you can cover your expenses and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm making zero money off the wage because like we have a budget because we're pre-launch, we're developing, right?
Yeah.
So like if we were to take 10 grand a month each or something, the budget would just sink. So
Yeah.
we're trying to take as little as possible and just enough to get by, really.
When's the big launch?
Hoping about 3 months from now.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe longer, maybe a little less, but yeah.
Is there a big hurdle that you need to tackle right now? If you're allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, well, we haven't even hired our sales team yet, so we're about to hire the sales team, and but mostly just finishing off the developing, ironing all the bugs in the software and stuff. So,
Are you going to do like a beta launch to like family and friends to see if they can find any bugs in the software, or do you?
oh
have
yeah,
like
there'll be shit tons of testing.
Yeah.
Shit tons of testing for sure, but it'll be all be ironed out hopefully.
and will that be done in a closed system so other people won't have access to it then?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, so it should be exciting times, man.
You got a promo code for me?
Oh yeah, all the promo codes, baby. Yeah, you won't need a promo code. It's going to be so cheap.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's the plan with that? Bootstrap it up, or do you want to keep it going, or then bootstrap it and then find a seller or a buyer, I guess?
Honestly,
not
if
about
we
that?
could sell it for like $400 million, we'll take the check.
Yeah.
We'll take the check, man. Like, why not, right? I mean, unless like, I would want to take the check to be honest, because I mean, if that amount of money presents itself, then
a lot of money.
I would just honestly, I would love the time freedom to do what I want when I want, live my vision, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the goal, right? Because I just want to have fun in life. I just want to just enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed. I just want to travel the world and just connect with cool people and just have as many fun, cool experiences as I possibly can while I'm here on this earth, you know?
Do you think after all this time with building it up, and I'm saying this from personal experience, like with business, like I love being creative. I love creating things. I love, building something up. You take that 6 months after you sell it for, 400 million, maybe 100 million is yours. Do you see yourself never building again?
No, I'd probably do something. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing is, like, you still have to have a purpose in life. You know what I mean? You can't just sit down and do nothing for the rest of your life. That's boring. You're gonna get bored. You know what I mean? Like, I believe that, a lot of your happiness comes from fulfillment and purpose, right? So you still need to have that. So I would love to, like, I love health. I'm huge into health. So I mean, I'd even open up a little juice shop for fun. Get people healthy or something. Just something. I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't have to make me a shit ton of money. Just have some purpose.
But maybe it's the best juice around, and you're like, hey, we should scale this.
Yeah.
You might know a guy who has money at that point then.
Exactly. You never know, man. But, maybe I'd open up have a little meditation chorus or
breath work.
I don't know, breath work, something like that. Like I would definitely do something. But at the start, I would just wild out and like just experience and travel the world and go do a bunch of fun shit,
Maybe be one of the people on the app itself that's showing where to go, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I will be like heading up the social media app. Like I said, I'd probably want to open up a podcast, interview a bunch of travelers, get some inspiration from travelers to inspire other travelers to travel, right? So, and I'll be doing, we'll have a live streaming feature on the site. So I'll be doing a bunch of live streaming and going to a bunch of different events around the world and live streaming those events. And you can always pop in and check in on me. And yeah, so it's going to be awesome. I'm going to get paid to travel the world, baby. Let's go.
Do you think if, say right now we get off the podcast and XRP's gone to, $20 and you're like, okay, it hit all my things. You're gonna sell 80% of them. With all that money in the bank, would you still have the drive, you think, to continue on with this project?
Oh, 100%. Yeah? Oh, dude, 100%, man. Yeah, I wouldn't even be if I made $20 million today off crypto, I'd still crush this business out 100%. I wouldn't just give up. No way.
It's your baby. You want to see it to fruition.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, man.
It's a launch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean, I love traveling. I love going places, doing shit, where to eat, what to do, and
it's the best.
It all together and wrapped up in one app. Oh wow! With do you have investors now? Like as you started getting to different stages in the production of the app and all of that, did other people come on board, or just that?
Oh yeah, like we're definitely going to be raising more money in the actually we're working on it right now as well. To do another round of funding, but this is going to be like a huge round, with like the big boys.
How does it work with those round of fundings? Do you give up a piece of what your ownership is? That how it works?
Yeah, you just give up another percentage, right? So give up more shares or whatever. Yeah. And if we get another round, and then we could just blow it up even bigger. Yeah. But I mean,
so it's like on Shark Tank or Dragon said, "Hey, I want 400 grand for 10% of my business," that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then at that point, it's a lot easier to raise money because you're generating revenue. They're seeing it's built, right? Like it's harder to get, in my opinion, the first round of funding because it's just an idea. It doesn't even exist yet, right? That's the riskiest investment. Once you see it's built, it's making money. Holy shit. Yeah. Then you can get in early still. Yeah. I mean, let's do another round and we'll blow this thing up to the sky. And yeah, that's a lot easier. And it's a lot easier to present because like, looking guys, like you can come in with more confidence now. I'm like, this is what I got. It's up and running. We're making this much money, blah, blah, blah.
And they might know some of the other investors already. And like, wow, I know this guy makes sound decisions. So I wish I'd gotten in when he did, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And also our investor knows a lot of people too, and he's pretty reputable. So like, that also helps. So
it brings weight, like the clout. You can you have a reputation with that investor, and he's got a reputation. And if people believe in him, then they should believe in what you guys are doing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. What about you? Do you have any big, huge goals that you want to accomplish in the future? What do you got going on?
So with starting the podcast, I always wanted to get into the online space somehow. I never knew what it was. I tried ages ago doing like a fitness thing. I know nothing at the time. I knew nothing about cameras, editing. It was pretty terrible. But from all the podcasting things I listened to, all the social media content creators, the people who've made it, it's like you have to do 1,000 shitty posts, shitty videos before you figure it out. I mean, who's going to learn more? The person that puts out one video a week or the person that puts out 1,000 videos in that year?
Yeah.
Just getting the reps in, right?
Getting the reps in.
So started the podcast back in May. So just a little over a month ago, maybe even to the day that we filmed the first one. And all I wanted to do, so podcast, You Should Quit, real stories with those who refuse to.
Yeah.
It all goes back to people have these dreams and everyone just fucking beats you down in your dreams and your goals. Like you shouldn't do that. You should go to school, just be another drone in the hive. Like just churn out those taxes for the government. And that's, I wanted people on here like yourself. They're like, fuck that, fuck the system.
Yeah.
I know it's in me. I want to be somewhere. So long and the short of it, the podcast, we do doing Instagram stuff, personal brand, but the podcast is my passion now. I love
That's great, here. Man.
Gets me up in the morning.
I love the idea too. Like that's a great. That's a great title. You should quit. You should quit. Yeah, just do the easy thing. Do the comfort. Yeah, it's way better. It's a lot easier.
Well, the You Should Quit tagline, it came about from me running long distance.
Yeah,
and I start telling myself at the start before the dark times start to happen, I'm saying you should quit, you should quit, you should quit. And I thought of this when you said about, the mind can't differentiate between reality and, what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
So by the time, because in a race, eventually your body's going to tell you to shut down. Your brain's like, hey, you should quit. By the time my brain tells me I should quit, I've already been saying it. And I don't know if that's me saying it or that's my brain saying it. So I'm like, oh, hey, it's me saying you should quit. So that's where the kind of the name came from. And then I rolled it into the bigger part about people saying, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. When I went to do my first ultra marathon, people are like, you shouldn't do that. Like, you're gonna hurt yourself. And I said, no, I can do this. I'm going to do this. I've already in my mind. I've already done this. I'm gonna hit that distance.
Yeah.
And then man, you should quit. Just fucking
do the easy thing.
Yeah.
Do the easy thing.
Yes.
A lot of people don't have good advice out there, man. Like you have to be careful of who you take your advice from. You do 100%. Like. Goes with so many things in life, man. Especially if it's your passion and you want to do it. Like, do you know how many people would have told me if I haven't really told anybody. Like, there were too many people that I took out fucking all these big lines of credit to invest. People are like, do not do that. Do not do that. That is the stupidest thing you can do. And you know what? Maybe in some circumstances it is. But I believed in it so much, man. And if I would have listened to the negative people or the financial advisors, oh, you shouldn't do that, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I wouldn't have done it. And
buy our mutual fund instead.
Yeah, exactly. And these guys can't even offer crypto because it's not even regulated in Canada, right? Like, they can't even offer it. Banks can. I called the bank. I'm like, can I buy it? No, we don't offer that. No, we don't offer any crypto at all, right? And they're losing out because I'm going across the street to buy it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you listen to people, man, it's a lot of people are scared of the unknown, right? They want to know what's going to happen, right? They want certainty, and that's comfortable, right? But if you remain comfortable and you want that certain thing, man, like you not achieve your goals in life because you have to get uncomfortable to grow, man. I was so uncomfortable putting all that money in. Like, I'm in so much debt now. Holy shit. Like, I've never been in debt before, but now here we are, But like, it's now look at me.
Working out.
It's fucking working out for me, right? Because I took the shot. Yeah. I took the risk, man. And like, you have to take shots in life.
One of my favorite expressions is no risks, no story, man.
No risk, no story.
And this with the story.
Don't you have a tattoo on your arm?
Well, yeah, it says life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all, man.
Yeah.
You got it. And I've had this is my first tattoo.
Yeah, I know. I remember when you got that shit. Yeah.
That's like 15 years ago now.
Man.
But the story part, it's not about the story you can tell your buddies after. The story that's your life. You are right now, as Joe Rogan said, you are the main character in your own story. Go out and fucking write your story.
Yeah.
So if you're not taking any risks and you're just plodding along, you know what? That's fine for a lot of people. They are very happy with white picket fence, and
Yeah.
they've got the 3 kids, and they have the husband or the wife, and they have their 9 to 5 job, and they're happy.
And that's great,
making
too.
And
Yeah.
if that's what they want, but there's so many people out there like myself and yourself who want not so much want more than that. It's not so much about the money, but they want the life. They want you're seeking out that struggle, and that struggle is where the growth comes from. So for me, I am my happiness when I'm experiencing growth. I can't have growth without struggle. So I suffer in silence, like going to the gym. You're never going to be faster, be bigger, be stronger without struggle. You will not have that growth unless you tear those muscle fibers down and they grow back strongly. It's the same as your mind. It's the same in your life. You need struggle to have growth. And for me, I need growth to be happy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. There's a quote. It's like, I don't know, it's in my phone, but it's a good one. It's a song about comfort, but yeah, you have to get uncomfortable to grow, man. There's
a book. I don't know if you've read it, but I think you'd love it. It's by Michael Easter. It's called The Comfort Crisis.
Nice.
He goes out and, synopsis of the book, he goes out to I think they're in Alaska in the muskeg where none of the ground's level, and he lives with this professional hunter and they're doing a documentary, and they have enough food for a month. So if they don't get an elk or a deer out there hunting, then they're going to starve.
Yeah.
So it's all about, after he did that, everything else was easier in his life, but he believes that human beings need struggle. We're supposed to be out there hunting and gathering. We're supposed to exercise every day.
Yeah.
Maybe not the gym, but we were supposed to go out and walk long distances. We're supposed to lift things. And that's when you get happy, because that's a purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whatever your purpose is, whether your purpose is building a business, if your purpose is working that 9 to 5, providing for your kids, but you need something to get up in the morning. If you don't have that, that's where you're going to sink into those dark places, right?
Well, and I remember Joe Rogan saying this, like, he suffers on purpose. Does the cold dips, right? Fucking brutal workouts, like all the hard shit that he does, and then that makes your life easier. Because if you do the hard shit, it makes life easier for everything. But if you're just constantly doing easy shit and not challenging yourself and not suffering, then when hard times hit, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why I love to work out first thing, because 99 out of 100 days, that's the hardest thing I'll do that day.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the obstacle is after that. It's fucking easy breezy, man.
Yeah.
I deadlifted 400 pounds this morning. I'm like, hey, everything else is easy after that, man. Pop a blood vessel in my eye.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
100%, man. I love my morning routine. I just love it. I get up, meditate, hit the gym, hit the sauna, come home, have an amazing breakfast, and that's my morning. It's the best morning ever.
Speaking of growth, I'm sure you had a ton of growth over this time. How would you compare your mindset now to when you first started pursuing the business?
Mindset now versus then, I mean, definitely have grown for sure. Like I said, most of my growth has come from my meditations over the years, but I would say more it's easier to face adversity and the unknown, because this business is full of unknowns, and I've never done this before. You know what I mean? I've never built something like this before. So you're able to handle the unknown a lot better and take whatever comes your way, any challenges that come your way, versus before I never had that experience, right? So it wasn't really, and that's how life is, man. You're gonna grow as you experience things. Life's all about experiences, right? So I just feel like I'm just more able to handle a lot of shit now, and it just comes with experience, right? Because people say, oh, if I knew what I knew back then, like, no.
Yeah. Well, they say the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the next best time is today.
Yeah.
You got to start.
Yeah. You do, man. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
If a magic portal opened right now, right here, and you could look back and see yourself 10 years ago before you started your journey with crypto and with the business, what would you tell yourself besides invest more in crypto?
Don't procrastinate. I would say don't procrastinate. Like, because I'm guilty of it, just not doing things as fast as I should have, right? Or taking more breaks than I should have, or putting it off tomorrow, right? Like, definitely not better time management would be the answer for sure.
Do you have better time management now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got better. I mean, I'm still like guilty of it a little bit, but I find that putting yourself in a different environment helps. Like I used to go to the library and just do shit there because, at home there can be a lot of distractions,
Yeah, I can't do any work at home
Yeah, it's tough.
at all. I can't even review videos at home. There's
Really?
just too many distractions.
Yeah. Yeah, I find like doing work in different parts of my house helps. Sometimes I'll go outside, I'll go upstairs in my room. That if I do it in my living room for some reason, it's not a good place. But
Well, near the kitchen, TV. Like, you got a dog?
no,
No, I guess with all the traveling, you probably don't have any pets then.
yeah, our lifestyle is no dogs, no kids. Yeah, just gonna play the uncle role, which is awesome.
What was this? What was the scariest moment that you've ever experienced?
The scariest moment I've ever experienced, again, ever in life.
Yeah.
Geez, that's a good question. Well, I just went bungee jumping
Yeah, I saw the video.
a couple of days ago. That was pretty scary.
Duct tape the GoPro to your hand.
Yeah, I had the Insta360.
Oh, the
I
360,
duct
yeah.
taped it to my hand.
Yeah,
and
I
then
love
just
those.
they're the best, man. Yeah. But another scary experience was when I first started putting all that money into XRP, and then now I'm in debt, and then it started going down. I'm like, uh-oh. Like now I'm even in the hole more. I'm like, okay, that was kind of scary. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really recall the scariest moments I've ever had in my life.
Now
Like
that
where it
you've
scared the shit out of me or anything.
now that you've done the meditation and you attach emotion to things, do you think you could have handled that moment as it was, crashing down better? How would you have handled it differently?
Oh yeah. Nowadays, man, like I embrace the unknown. That's what meditation is. It's the unknown, right? And as situations come up, you feel the feeling and you don't react to the feeling anymore. And if you do react, it's a very short period of how long you react to, right? And that's the beauty about meditation. Like it's called the refractionary period, right? Which like when you feel that emotion come up, how long does that last? Because if a negative emotion comes up or something bad happens to you, right? Say you get angry. Well, if that anger lasts a few days, maybe a week, you're just angry then that can turn into a mood, right? And now that mood can turn into a personality trait, right? You're like, oh, why is he always grumpy? Well, you are who you practice to be. So you have to be very mindful of that reactionary period. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to get upset, but just be mindful how long that lasts. And I've big time shortened the refractionary period. Now, if I do get upset, like I can really elevate my emotions and change that pretty quickly now. So that's great. And then you just don't let it get to you.
Have you ever thought about getting into like being like a mindset coach and imparting these skills and these teachings that you seem to have dialed to a fucking T to everyone else?
Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, honestly, like, like you said, like if I were to make all this money today, like what would I do? Like I would probably get into the health and wellness field. It's definitely a passion of mine. I love it, man, because I've seen just the changes. I'm super interested in quantum physics and just the frequencies and vibrations and how it all works, and it's insane, man. So yeah, it's really cool,
I think you do really well with that, as well as you're great speaker. You can clearly hear the passion, see the passion when you're speaking about it. Great on camera.
Yeah,
I think,
man.
yeah. Just thank yourself. You're the one that got yourself to that point. I think when you do launch, I think you were already talking about podcasts and that sort of thing, but I think definitely you have a huge opportunity with your personality and your passion with it to get in front of that camera, to get people to your app, to your company.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I mean, so have you ever heard of Dr. Joe Dispenza?
I've heard the name before. Yeah, refresh me on.
Yeah, so basically, he's the guy I've learned from.
Okay.
Like everything I'm talking about basically comes from him, because this guy is changing lives, bro. It's insane. His story is like so insane. He basically was in like a Tour de France type thing, and he was doing it was a triathlon. And he was in the biking portion, and he got smoked by a vehicle like 80 kilometers an hour. Basically, his spine shattered in all these pieces, femur, you name it. He was an absolute wreck. So he
He went all Humpty Dumpty, to be put back together again.
Well, basically, and he went to 4 different surgeons, and they all told him, you need to be on the operating table tomorrow. You need to get what's called the Harrington rod surgery, where it kind of fuses all your spine together, and you're probably never going to walk again, right?
He didn't accept that.
So he's, you know what? He believed that the power that made the body can heal the body. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he went home. And he basically started doing, like, just seeing himself walking again, rebuilding his spine. He used to be a chiropractor, so he could rebuild his spine in his mind. And 3 months later, he was fucking walking again. No pain. And he's like, if I can do this, he told himself, if I can do this, I will dedicate my life to teaching people how I did it. And now there's thousands of success stories, bro. Mm-hmm. There are quadriplegics getting out of their wheelchair. There's blind people seeing, deaf people hearing. Stage 4 cancer's gone. It's fucking wild, bro. This guy is changing lives. And there's tons of testimonials you can see online. Mm-hmm. And it's not just about health. It's about, like, you can attract money into your life. You can attract love into your life. Anything you want. And it's not religious in the slight. It's all scientists, man. In fact, scientists and doctors were invited to come to these he has advanced retreats that he does. They want to know, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? We want to know. Mm-hmm. Like, absolutely. Come on in. They take blood work, they do brain scans, all this stuff. And it's very interesting how the brain changes and all that stuff, man. It fascinates me.
They say the brain's the most complex thing in the universe.
It's gotta be, man. Yeah, it's got to be. And then you realize, like, you're just all energy. Everything is energy, right? It's all vibrating at a certain frequency, like everything. We're electrical beings, right? So it's very interesting that how the body can heal itself. Mm-hmm. It just fascinates me. Stuff that the medical industry has no idea how to heal, people are healing. Why? Because all it is energy that's disorganized in the body, and it wants to organize itself, right? So you have to get out of the way, and you have to basically become somebody else. And they say this work is not about your healing. It's who you become, mm-hmm. because you have to become somebody else, right? You have to be that person who walks with no pain. You're walking with no cancer, or whatever it is, right? You have to be that person who now has love in his heart and is a loving person if he wants love in his life. You literally, it's not about your healing, it's about who you become. And once you realize that, then the work starts, because now you are literally becoming somebody else, and then you're not separate from that thing, like I said before, and you attract it to you, you become it, mm-hmm. right? And it is fascinating. So Dr. Joe Dispenza, man, he is the fucking man.
Do you think, like, what would your thinking about this actual scientific portion of that being, because your brain and you're thinking these things, that is science thought. Do you think it is maybe you're learning to access parts of your brain? Because what do we use, like 4% of our brain?
Yeah, something pretty low.
Something insanely low. Do you think we're accessing a portion of the brain that we never have before, and that's how the healing is going on? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a possibility. I know, like, when you do, like, sit down to meditate, there's this thing called the quantum field, and it's the field that creates matter. It's not matter that's creating the field. So basically, he says, like, if you can change the patterns in the field, you can influence matter. Mm-hmm. And that's the science behind that. It's quantum physics. Mm-hmm. It's fascinating.
Yeah, because all science is magic until they figure it out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, if you were to take someone from 100 years ago and you brought them now, and you're like, oh, this is a person on the other side of the world, and you showed them FaceTime on an iPhone, they would call you a witch.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't understand it. So everything is magic until it is scientific, or they figure out why it's happening. So I'm not versed on it at all. But I would say a lot of people are like, oh, that's a hoax, and he's bringing you to these retreats to dial in all your money, sort of thing. But I mean, there's been lots of things over the years that until they were proven, everyone thought they were just a hoax. Crypto is one of those things.
Oh yeah. You can't. No. People need proof. And the thing about this work is, like, you can't You can't see it. You can only see 1% of the world. The rest is just frequencies and all that shit, like radio
see it
waves
yet.
and whatever, right?
Yeah.
You can't see it yet. Like, so we don't believe in it, right? Like, the fact that, like, for example, you can heal someone by thought alone. Okay, like they do this. They actually want to go to children's hospitals and heal children now because at their advanced retreats, basically one person lays in the middle and there's like 8 people around them, and they see that person as whole and healed, and they get instantaneous healings. Tumors gone. What the fuck is that? So they want to go to children's hospitals and start doing it on children now.
I'd be
Wouldn't
interested
that be
to
cool?
see where it goes with that.
Yeah. Well, they say in the quantum, there is unlimited possibilities. Literally anything you want in this life, anything you want to heal, it's a possibility. It can happen. This life is a game. You are the creator, right? So whatever is true for you, whatever you want to fathom, you can do, man. You can do it. Whatever it is. Like the only person who limits himself is yourself. Right? You know?
Yeah, I'm a very science-based person myself.
Yeah.
And I do believe that there are so many things out there that we don't know. There's more out there that we don't know than what we know.
Yeah.
And even though we're advancing at such a breakneck pace right now, I'd be very curious to see. So, like, for example, I was reading about a month ago, I think, and they just discovered a new color. So outside of your spectrum of the rainbow, there's, I think it was between blue and green, and I forget what the description of it was, but they just discovered a new color. We've known about the basic 7 colors. There's 7, right? Red,
Is there?
orange,
How many
yellow,
colors are there?
green, blue, indigo, violet. Yeah.
Okay.
7 colors.
7 colors.
And then there's also things that we can't see
Yeah.
in the visible. There could be at the visible light spectrum, and then there's like the infrared and the
Yeah.
ultraviolet and all that sort of
Right.
things. But they just discovered another color that humans can't see. So what else is out there that we just can't see and can't measure?
Oh, exactly. Exactly, man. And Dr. Joe Dispenza said to this, he's like, you know what? If you asked me when I first started this work, how this would go, he's like, I would never have believed you, man. The shit he sees is insane. Like, it's people, man. This one girl grew a whole new organ. It was taken out. I forget which one it was, but a whole new organ grew. Like, what's that thing they can't heal? It's some disease they can't heal. This girl healed herself through that. It's just, it's wild, man. It's wild. It's unlimited possibilities out there. So that's fascinating. The potential of a human being is what fascinates me.
Yeah, we're definitely only scraping the surface on what humans can do, and where humans will be in 1,000 years, 10,000 years, if we haven't wiped ourselves out, is going to be, especially at 10,000 years, will be monumentally probably different than what we are at now. Maybe
Though, like, because I don't know, man. We've advanced so much technologically, and with AI and all that shit, but spiritually, bro, we have not advanced. Barely. Like, do you know how many people meditate out there? Hardly nobody.
But I mean, with the technology, maybe that we eventually have one where you go in and it is a computer, but that computer, you have some wires attached to your brain, and all of a sudden it's like you can access
Neuralink shit.
different part of your brain that no one's ever accessed before. What is the level of that? You ever seen the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson?
No, I haven't.
So she is being used as a drug mule for this, I don't know, this hallucinogenic drug, and then she gets kicked in the stomach, and then the drugs burst. And then, but when you have this huge dose of it, it allows you to access more parts of your brain. So eventually she ingests the entire world supply of it, and she ascends, or transcends. She becomes energy herself because she's now accessed 100% of her brain. So it's kind of like a thought experiment of what would happen if you could access 100% of your brain. So maybe there is something along the lines with, Neuralinks. Elon Musk comes up with something
100%.
1,000 years from now.
I believe it. I believe it, man. Yeah.
So that could help on the spiritual side of things for where you can unlock different portions of your brain, access different things.
Yeah, true that.
Maybe there is. You access a certain part of your brain, and you can take an object and you can make it levitate. You know what I mean? Like
How they built the pyramids. You don't know. They had Neuralink. We just didn't know it.
I think aliens were involved.
Yeah.
They keep every couple years like, oh, this is how they built the pyramids. This is how they built the pyramids. I don't know, man. I believe aliens are out there.
What's your take? How do you think they built the pyramids?
I think they probably had some sort of like anti-gravity device could float the bricks. The bricks, those stones are massive.
Yeah.
And there's no quarry there. They moved them from great distances, and
hundreds of kilometers away, right?
They're like, oh, they had logs, and they would roll them on the logs. And I don't know, man. I think, I mean, the Egyptians obviously were, for the period of time, super technologically advanced.
Yeah.
But I've never been there, but I've seen pictures. Those things are massive, and there's tunnels in them. There's areas that they've never said they're never going to allow people to go, and there's so much crazy shit that goes on there, man. With how they built it, I don't know. I believe in aliens. I think aliens were probably involved. Like,
yeah, possibly.
I mean, there's hieroglyphics of beings above them with oblong shaped heads.
Yeah.
Why would they draw those?
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. My whole take is kind of like yours with the whole gravitational lift is the laws of the universe back then maybe were just a tiny bit different, and they could use sound to vibrate the stone, which would lift it up.
Yeah.
Because the laws of gravity were different back then. And the reason why they haven't been able to recreate that today is because the laws of gravity are just a little bit different. The laws of the universe maybe just shifted a tiny bit, and now we don't have that law in power. So they used it because they had it. That's just my guess. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe the Earth is spinning at a slightly different speed, or we're a little bit different.
Off axis a tiny bit different.
Maybe the sun had something else going on there. Yeah. Something else. Yeah.
Since they still to this day cannot figure it out. Maybe that's it. Maybe they'll never figure it out because the laws were different. I don't know.
Well, I read yesterday there's a new theory about our universe, and what it says is when a star condenses, and then its gravity is so big it collapses on itself, creates a black hole. So the theory is our solar system, instead of that sun collapsing in on itself into a black hole, it expanded outwards. So we're actually inside of a black hole, and the furthest we can see is the rim of that black hole. And then they theorized that our black hole is actually inside of a bigger one, and there could be, when we're looking at a black hole, there could be universes inside of that black hole.
Yeah.
Wild, man.
Wild shit, man.
I don't know, there's too much stuff out there that people can't explain, and things that happen that I'm not religious at all. I think there's something else going on with the universe that we just don't know.
Yeah.
And we will probably never know.
Yeah.
And it's like, you ask the universe and you will receive. You don't put it out there. And there's just, I've had moments in my life where it just worked out even though I say everything's going to work out for me, things have just worked out too perfectly. And we're all from stardust, and that's where we return. And I don't know, man, it's stuff that I'd have to think about way longer. And it almost like hurts my head, because now I'm thinking about, we have all these little squares on this table, and there's probably 10,000 of them, and we're so much smaller with where we are, with how big our solar system is and how big the universe is, and it just goes
we're a speck of dust.
We're smaller than that.
Smaller than that.
We're a speck of dust on a speck of. We're like the size of a speck of dust on like a million other speck of dust, and each one gets like smaller. It's
so wild, so wild. And there's no other life form that we know of in that whole realm that we've discovered. We're the only life form that we know of.
Yeah,
wild, man. That's why it's nice. Like, I love to think about that kind of shit, because we're on a spaceship right now. We're in space, spinning 1,000 miles an hour or something. So like, don't take life so serious sometimes. Have fun, because at the end of the day, we don't know how we got here. We're just spinning on this. We're in space right now. We're on a fucking spaceship. So like. Sweet. Let's have fun.
Enjoy the time while you're here.
What's life about, right? Life's about just having fun. Life's about experiences and enjoying yourself. And I always love to think about that, because it makes me take a deep breath and like, life is fun.
Yeah.
Life is fun.